Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Adventurous Media. Today I'm going to go through a couple movies that I've been watching this week, tell you a little bit about my opinion on them, and if I would recommend watching them. Uh, this is my opinion, so take that as you will. Um, you can do whatever you want. So I just want to tell you what I'm watching. Uh, Good Will Hunting is the first movie I'm going to be talking about here. I knew absolutely nothing about this movie going into it. You have Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Robin Williams, and Matt Damon plays like a savant basically who just continues to uh, implode on himself when it comes to his own life, sabotaging any relationships he has, but a professor at the university that he works at, Matt Damon, as a janitor. He actually becomes outed as extremely intelligent, and one of the professors picks up on that and is trying to get him a job basically somewhere so that he can give out that information that he has because he is a savant, he's so smart. But he continues to fall back into these traps of self sabotage. He meets a girl, he pushes away the girl, and it takes, Robin Williams' character to really get him out of his shell. So, highly recommend this. I would say this is easily one of the best movies I've watched this week, probably so far this year. Um, I teared up a little bit watching this. Would highly recommend this movie if you have not seen it. If you have seen it, definitely deserves a rewatch. I'm definitely going to be rewatching this movie at some point. So that's Good Will Hunting. The next one, Parasite. I've seen this movie before. I do enjoy it by the director Bong Joon Ho. Uh, I do like most of his movies, and I do like this movie. Uh, you know, it's basically about a family, extremely poor. Every single one of them doesn't have a job, and it's very hard for them to get a job in South Korea. So they all devise a plan based on the son's friend who offers the son of the poor family a job to work for this rich family. The poor family basically injects themselves into the rich family's life, taking over all of the jobs that were previously taken by other people for this rich family. And then they take it all for granted. They're very mischievous. They just take, and then eventually everything crumbles down. You have to see this movie if you haven't seen it. I really don't want to spoil it more than that, but definitely a good movie. Definitely worth a rewatch, and probably even better after the rewatch, even though I knew what was going to happen. Um, it was definitely good. Highly recommend this one if you haven't seen it. I would say for Good Will Hunting, I would give that I would give this easily a 5 out of 5. Parasite, I would give this maybe a 4.5 out of 5. It's a good movie, but I like other movies a little bit better. Uh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from, I believe, 2014. 2014, yep. You have Megan Fox, and I I did not like this movie. I really tried to get into it. The pacing in this movie is really odd. I don't know how exactly to explain it. It felt like they didn't really know how to progress through the story as it was going. Everything felt so fast. Uh, towards the middle of the movie that the ending just came out of nowhere, and then you're like, oh, it's over. Uh, I mean, the action scenes, the characters, you don't really get invested in with the characters. I don't know if that's the storyline's fault or what. Or maybe, they took the Ninja Turtles too seriously, even though there is a lot of joking around. Um, it feels like the tone in this is way too serious for the subject matter and the idea that, it's Ninja Turtles. They're taking themselves too seriously. But I think it's okay. I guess it's technically a kids movie, so you have that to keep in mind. But for this movie, I would probably give it a 1.5. I watched this movie on 1.5 speed at some point because I was just getting bored of the story. I It just couldn't hold my attention. I don't know if you guys also thought the same thing. If you guys thought the same thing, go ahead and comment below. Or if you have a different opinion, also comment that down below because I'd like to hear that. So, the next movie, I just watched this one, Olympus Has Fallen. Never seen this movie. The CGI in this movie is really, really rough. Just so you know. This movie did come out in 2009, I believe. Oh, wait, no. 2013. But the CGI in this is really rough, maybe even for 2013. But, you have Gerard Butler, Aaron Eckhart, and Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman probably gives one of the best performances in this movie. Gerard Butler's character is not very deep. It's very surface level. And you get very little time to feel connected with a lot of the people in this movie because the action within the movie hits within the first 10 minutes. And then you're supposed to be invested in these characters almost immediately. And this movie is basically about the White House falling, the president being taken hostage, and Gerard Butler is the person who is in charge of not only saving the president, but the president's kid as well. I would say this is probably, I don't know, a 2.5 out of 5. It's really not horrible. The story is engaging, so it'll keep you interested. The ending of the movie is, I would say, pretty predictable, but if you want something to just watch and not really think about what you're watching, I would probably go with this one. The next movie here, I'm going to save that for last. Coraline. I may have seen bits or pieces of this before, but this movie, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I didn't know what to expect going in. It's this only child who ends up with her family and her parents, who are both they're into this gardening catalog. They do all of this remote work, so they're typing all the time. They're on their computer all the time. They don't have time for Coraline, the girl. And she's basically bothering them the whole time, trying to get their attention, wanting to do stuff with them, and they just don't pay her attention. So she ends up going into this closet or crawl space in her house and coming out the other side, and there's other parents there that she ends up meeting, and things aren't as they seem. But I would highly recommend this movie. I like it. I would probably say it's a 3.5 out of 5. It's heartwarming. It's I don't know if I would say it's a kids movie. Maybe a teen movie. It's just there are some topics in this that I might skew towards the older demographic. It gets a little heavy at times, so making this just a kids movie, I would say I would be hesitant to show this to anybody younger than like 8 or 9. But it's a good movie. Highly recommend this one. And the last movie that I watched, End of Watch. Funny. It has Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena as the 2 lead actors in this. I really, really enjoyed this movie. I wasn't exactly sure what to expect. I had never seen this movie before, but my goodness, this has everything you could want. It has a lot of different action shooting scenes, and you really do feel for the characters. You really get ingrained in the story of these 2 guys. The story is basically one of these guys is filming for a project for a community college class that he's taking, or a university class that he's taking. And he's supposed to be taking a video of his everyday life, what he does. And you really get invested in the story of these 2, their connection, and their lives, how they intertwine, and how they end up actually coming together. And I think it's a good movie. I don't know how to put it into better words than that, but I would extremely highly recommend this movie. So if you haven't watched it, I would say this is easily a 4.5 out of 5. I got emotional towards the end, so definitely recommend this movie. But that is all of the movies I watched this week. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions or things you'd like to see on the channel, just let me know. I'd be happy to do that. And with that, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.